Okay. I have to play around with that. Yeah, that's gonna be. Okay. See that. Sorry, guys, if the music keeps cutting in and out. I promise we are here. I'm just messing around with some settings on my end. So apologies for that. Just trying to... First time I've had YouTube and Twitch up at the same time here. So just getting everything kind of calibrated, if you know what I mean. Appreciate my viewers so far. That Buff Nerd, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you, boss. Let me know how the music and game volume is. I'd like to at least have a little bit of it, but I don't want it to be overbearing. So you guys let me know if it's a little too loud. Captain Rex, what's going on? Good to see you. Cheers to you guys. Hope we're all having a fine Friday night. Get a little bit of GAC action going on up in this puppy. All right, got my raid payout too. Mikey Mike, what's up, dude? All right. Come on now. Let's go here. Swiftblade, what's up, dude? What is up, man? I'm a little annoyed that, a little frustrated that the, Discord's not picking up when I'm going live. I'm having to do this manually. A little frustrating. A little frustrating to say the least. Make sure you guys like the stream as well. Caleb, what's going on, dude? Love seeing everybody in chat so far. Good to see you all. No keepers in the mod store. A little disappointed. Come on now. We're running out of mods, as always. Grab those. Rabid Beaver and his viewers just joined. What's going on, man? All right, let's keep moving along. Let's see what we got. White Tiger. Oh, like that's she's a lovely woman. I'd be worried if you didn't. I'd be worried if you didn't, my friend. All right. Let's spend some of this energy. Can spend this on our boy here. Pretty solid. Get me more. Bastards. I have to get used to playing with sound. I haven't played with sound in really ever. So I don't know what like half of these, you know, animations and stuff are, guys. We're still getting used to all this. Appreciate everybody who's joined. If you are watching via Twitch, let me know. I'm very curious. Alex, win. Well, this GAC went horribly wrong, but a win nonetheless. That's all that matters, man. Listen, I always say at the end of the day, all that matters is if you have a W in your win column. If you have that W, that's all people remember. You know, as the years fade and stuff, people forget scores, people forget this, but they'll remember that W. Massive that Scorch is on that tie dagger node for me since I'm farming Levi ships in the background. Dude, yeah, that seriously, it is, I mean, I love, this is so bad. I'm like a masochist. I love hard nodes because I get the gear on them. I'll get extra shard shop currency, but yeah, Scorch, it's like, I mean, it's better than going in Cantina for me, that's for sure. But, you know, that's a whole other ball game. White Tiger got stuck on Darkside Ray. Yeah, Darkside Ray is not a fun one. Scorch having the same node as Tie Dagger. Yeah, you know, it really is. And I think, too, it very much gives me the impression that CG knows people are lagging on some of those ships. That's just, again, like, that's a very good node to go on. Alex, if I had Jabba, if Jabba had ult, I'd probably full clear, but because of that, Lord Vader clone stopped me. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's never a fun one. Yeah, let's kind of take a look at what my opponent set. You really want Temple Guard to be fleet node since I have no hard nodes left there to farm? Yeah. I haven't had anything in fleets in a very long time. A very, very long time. Alright, so we're up against Cookie Crisp here. They are Call to Insanity, 14.2 million GP. They've got a crazy good account. They've got the relics, they've got mace. You know, there's not... It's easier to list what this account doesn't have rather than what it does. Yeah. This guy's got a lot of really good stuff. Very good datacrons as well. So that's definitely not something I'm looking forward to. So we're fighting a very big uphill battle here, and from what I saw, they just completely were, yeah, full clear. Well, almost. They have my Radis left, but they can... I don't think they've dropped a single battle. So they made mincemeat of everything, which is any room for error here. Caleb, you want Depa on fleet node since I have a 7-star Temple Guard because I bought his packs because of your video, Phil, and then we got free shards. Yeah, Temple Guard for me is almost 7-star. It's kind of scary. It is kind of scary what the situation there is. All right. Yeah, Cantina energy is way too valuable to me. I don't like giving up my Cantina energy lightly. I very much prefer having, you know, my Cantina available to farm. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see kind of how that works. Let me just see, is my yeah. I'm just trying to see something. Sorry, the music's going to cut off for a second here while I'm just looking at something. There we go. All right. All right, so I don't want to try Afra first. I think we'll go with the Kylo team first. I've got my counter that I need to do here. Go after 5s. Switch it over. Okay. Alright, that's good. It's okay, we got damage immunity. Okay. Always worth a shot to try and target her. Oh, almost killed him. Okay, you can attack Padme. Padme's fine to attack. Alright. Of course that doesn't kill him. Oof. Okay, Kylo's an ultimate. Oof. Oof. Okay, come on, Kenobi. Ooh, boy. Okay. Alright. That is not good. It's not fun. Ugh. That's bad news, Bears. Oof. That fear is bad. Okay. Alright. We're okay there. We should be... We're at least in cleanup territory here, but... Let's just use your mastery. Okay. Yep. Alright, there we go. Okay. There we go. Full banners. One down. One down. We're down 1. You haven't had a single person clear it in Kyber 3. It's not surprising. That's not a... You got to realize what everybody... I should say everybody, but what a lot of us in Kyber 1 are doing to clear that. You're using that Hermit Yoda Datacron to give you extra protection up every time you drop below health. So that way, with Jedi Master Kenobi, Kylo's not critically hitting and you keep everybody alive. Like, it's nasty. It's not a fun Datacron to deal with. Alright, so now I got to think through this a bit. I got to think about this. I got to think about what I want to use versus Balin and Afra here. What are we thinking here, guys? Let's see. I know what I kind of need to do against Lord Vader, so with Balin's skull. Alright, so I wouldn't hate using my Gungans. Sidious is not really working anymore. I don't really want to use Gungans. Decisions. Maybe I do have to use... I mean, this Balin team is no joke. You know, maybe I just do use Gungans and call it a day. Yikes. Okay. Okay, call in everybody to assist. Oof. Yikes, man. Okay. Just try and get Scorch out. Whoa. Broken much. Shouldn't be able to assist that. Okay. Can I just get you out? Thank you. Okay, go here. This dodge is going to be a problem. Okay. Lord Vader, another ultimate. Yay. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Come on now. Come on, we got a minute left. We got a lot of work to do. Okay, Sabine's actually dealing some damage here, which is good. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be brutal. Alright, we just gotta press auto. How much mastery did CX2 gain? I just gotta call what's his name to assist here. Hu Yang. Oh gosh, this is bad. This is bad. No. No. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, just could not get through that. All right. That's fine. We'll just use, let's see. We'll use, like, let's go with Bastila, Ezra. Actually, I think these guys should be able to do it. That is what it is, guys. I wasn't expecting to win this one. If I wasn't live streaming, I would have already just packed it in here. There we go. Bad Batch get revenge on CX2. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah. I'm glad I saved my Leia. I should not have used Gungans, but that's fine. And we use CLS, so now I've got to figure out General Skywalker, but we've got options. Okay. I do want to do my... I've always liked this battle. Which one of these is better? Let's go with this, because he's got a stupid amount of defense. Let's just do this. Okay. Okay, that's damage immunity. Alright, let's get back to work here. Oh boy, don't kill Barris. I just need to get Starkiller unleashed, and then I think I'm like halfway decent. Okay, there goes L3 out. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get her into healing immunity. Oh, yikes. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. Just call it in to, I don't even know what it'll do. Oof. Can we at least kill Barris? Nope. Yeah, this is just not going to happen. There's just a little bit, just 240% too much defense. All right, well. Nice for doing a whole lot of nothing, Malicos. Well, we killed Barris. That's good. killed Barris. There we go. We got Barris out. All right. Well, that was terrible. All right. Let's see. I still want to at least clear for you guys. I feel bad. I got people online. May as well do some stuff here. I mean, you're not going to see anything super exciting here, but maybe. This is actually a bit of a challenging team because they have well, Relic 9 Ezra 1 and 2. I think this is like 300% defense, 352% defense. So we'll see what we can do against 352% defense, guys. I'm not expecting much here. But I am going to be bringing Yikes. I love that Fennec just, like, dies all the time. That's so much fun. Alright, okay, there goes Kyle. Holy crap, Fennec. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Ugh. Man, this is great. This is great. Oh my gosh. Oh. What are you supposed to do? We can't target anyone else. Ugh. I mean, I want to keep this because I killed Saw and I killed Kyle, but my gosh. It's because ugh. Yeah, no, this is the definition of not pretty. I just need a single dodge from Bodhi. I just need a one-time dodge. Just dodge one time, Boba. That's all I need you to do. Oh my gosh. Come on, Boba, just dodge one time. I get like 80 dodges in a regular match. I just need you to dodge once. That's all I need from you. Well, I'm glad this GAC was already lost before this happened, because if this happened to me, I would be, and I was in like contention for this game, I'd be freaking pissed. I mean, I'm still kind of pissed. Just dodge. I'm gonna dodge it like the last second, aren't I? So this was a misplay. I just shouldn't have tried to kill Bodhi. I didn't realize. I forgot that his Kron revived, and then we're just gonna have a 100% counter chance. Woof. Break up, Poggle. What's going on, man? Yeah, dude, see, Great One, I have thought about trying to do... I've had other people ask me to do their GACs and stuff, and it's a lot of extra coordination, but it would be a very fun experiment to see, like, if I could play another person's Grand Arena. From the purest perspective, just like, do I know... Would I be able to figure out their mods and stuff? Because some fights are very, very specific on modding. So I've definitely, like, I've learned that over the years. Goodbye, Han. There we go. Ah, darn it. I was hoping... Okay, let's get you out of the way here. Oh, good, you targeted Ahsoka. That's good. That was... If they don't target your, like, Ahsoka there, sometimes it can be devastating because you just end up, like, losing. Okay, let's just call this in on you because you're annoying. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, where it's just so stupid. Just, yeah. Uh-oh, full health and protection. Easy enough. Now this is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. I have to get more beer after this. All right. I can't target anybody but you. Oof. Ooh, okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. We're still okay. I just need to get another turn before this guy. Yes, okay. All right, we're okay. We're going to make it through. If Death Trooper gets Death Mark on like your Drogon or someone, you are normally screwed, but because he didn't, we're okay. Normally, if you at least can land a stun on him, you're normally fine. Whew, Paulette. And I am purposely not calling an ultimate because I'm going to try to get it to kill somebody. Or actually, what we're going to do is really just save it for next wave. So that way we can start off this wave and keep everybody fractured while my Drogon gets out of stealth, and then we can get this guy going. So there's a method to the madness here. Let's go, Drogon. Come on, buddy. There we go, Drogon. Target you. See, we didn't even need Adrad. But he comes back at the end. That went very smoothly, actually. Without getting a death mark on someone, that actually went... Normally, it's like me and, you know, Leia and R2, like, struggling. Channel members, you guys are on, whatever you guys want, you let me know. Alright, let's just get all the debuffs off of us. And then pass this to QA, start passing out that lovely heal over time. Keep going. The goal is to get into phase 2 with Commander Tano's Force Leap ready to use. If I can do that, I'm in good shape. Okay, just keep going here. Yeah, and we just want to use the QA basic because, like, we don't need to dispel any debuffs at this point, and I don't need, the other one doesn't help us. You just get the heal over times, get everybody hitting harder, and we're in good shape. Alright, Commander Tano's almost got her Force Leap. Alright, Force Leap comes in next wave. Come on. More GAC. The only things left are ships. And ships are the worst part of Grand Arena. I already did. Yeah, you just missed the GAC great one. It was. I promise you, it was nothing that you should feel ashamed about missing. There wasn't a lot of good stuff going on there. I can just throw this. I'm gonna throw this on auto at this point. I'm gonna go get myself some more beer. I'll be right back. There we go. Easy enough. Alright. Let's go to the fun ground missions. Let's go here, actually, because I gotta remember what I do. Jedi here, I do Jabba here. Yeah, okay. Go over here. I would avoid using super, but it's definitely, there's some elements that I think are far more player friendly. Them not fixing any of the oof, not good. Okay. Ah, darn it. Skate, yeah, you think it was... Yeah, it does... I was going to say you can do it with less than what I did, but I just find that full first order to be the most consistent, in my personal opinion. You just took your clones to Relic 8? Someone is focused. Yeah, dude. I will say I very much take my TB battles pretty seriously. Also, my eyesight's terrible, so I have to kind of scooch forward. My eyesight's pretty bad. Alright, listen. I'm showing you guys this in confidence, but I'm technically supposed to wear these anytime I, like, look at a computer. And yes, I have my contact lenses in right now. It's a problem. Pfft. Thought you could do that to Malik. Oops. That was not intended. Snow, I actually have this, I have the Snow character as well. I've got Snow for operations too. It's kind of misery. Game, set, match. All right. And then... yeah, Snow. I actually really like using Snow. Yeah, break up. It is. I will say that is one of the positives to Rise of the Empire is that it is very consistent. Ah, darn it! I messed up. That was stupid, Phil. That was stupid, Phil. I'm sure many of you never realized that Hermit Yoda or that Grandmaster Yoda could cheese as much as I'm cheesing right now. Save that ability. Your guild got 14 Reva shards. It's pretty solid. I actually know a lot of players, Smooth Butter, who do not put meta, like the GL fleets on defense. I know a lot of players who don't do that because the way a lot of those players, the way they see it, their ground troops are good enough that they don't need to worry about the GL defense, and it's better just to leave their GL defense kind of, I don't want to say as is, but they'd rather have them on offense and not worry about it. It's so weird that your first wreck for Glondo. Yeah, dude, seriously. It was really funny. I was in a group chat with, like, Egnards and, a bunch of other creators, and somebody was like, anyone know? I think it was Rabid Beaver asked if anybody knew if that worked, and I'm like, go take your Atano to, relics and tell me. And then Egnards went and did it, and he's like, yep, it works. It was just really funny. The thing is, I like that a lot. Like, I really like that they are gonna allow that. But I just don't see, realistically, I just don't see the practicality because I feel most players, you're gonna have them 7-star. Okay. Oh, I don't have anything else to farm either. I literally am just waiting for characters to go farmable. That is my life. Well, yeah, smooth butter. So I think that's where I'll be curious if this GL, like, I think with Itano, like, I have a feeling, we'll talk about the economy changes here in a bit, but I have a feeling that they purposefully were, I don't think they were intending Itano. You want me to use cup? Cup. All right, let's do it. Cup for the win. You guys, I see enough. I see three cup. All right, here we go. You guys are about to be blown away at how amazing cup is here. Okay, just do this. Look at that damage. That's a lot of damage. I'm also, guys, I'm not exaggerating when I say, like, this is a team that is very doable to create. You don't need Ben Solo here. You could have put Arc Trooper and you'd probably do more damage. This is a very easy team and strategy to replicate. You just use Rey's Lifeblood the entire time to make sure they can never kill Kenobi. Use your... You don't even have to do that. You know, you can farm longer, but I just wait then for Padme's heals to bring Rey back up to full health before using Lifeblood again. It's super easy, and it gets you... Like, there we go. Use Lifeblood again. Arc Trooper is actually really solid here because he deals that true damage. So your damage... Absolutely destroyed in GAC today. Was not a pleasant experience. There we go. Let's throw another armor shred here because I can. Or I'll be perfectly honest. I'm glad to see some of you guys joining from Twitch. This is the first time I've actually streamed on Twitch. So, appreciate you guys. I see Skate from Twitch. I saw a few other you guys from Twitch. And if you guys are joining from Twitch, let me know. Right? You know, trying to get this going here on Twitch. All right, let's go with Jabba here. Yes, they want ops to be a lot more valuable, Butter. That's right. Sorry, guys. If I go silent, it's because I feel I really need to focus on whatever the heck is going on in my combat missions. Right, go here. Now we should be in good shape. I had to platoon my executor this phase, if anybody's wondering. I don't like to press the auto button until I know I've won. I don't like to press the auto button until I know I've won. There we go. And that's all the battles I can do. Yeah, I do not. Yeah, see this guy, he just, anybody wondering, I mean, he just destroyed me. We dropped a lot of fights. Lord Vader, Afra. Didn't drop any back there, but lost banners. And then back here, over here was a mess on Rey and Saw. But hey, it is what it is. No harm, no foul. I'll be right back, guys. And then I'd All right, we are back. I cannot tell you guys, so awful, but it's so true. I can't tell you guys how nice it is that I have a walkout basement. My old house was underground basement, but I had a bathroom down there. I had a half bath. So now I have a walkout. We don't have a bathroom in the basement, but I've got a walkout, which basically means as long as I only have to piss, I've got a bathroom outside in the bushes. And it is perfect because we've got like enough space between the neighbors that nobody really knows what's going on. It's wonderful. I have to brag a little bit. It's freaking great. I love that so much. It's so clutch. Like to hear my opinion on Lightspeed tokens. I'm thinking of prioritizing them for Cantina characters first, no matter the situation. Yeah, Buffner, that's a good one. Smooth Butter, we'll talk about some roster reviews then. I got to make sure I give any channel members, super chats, anything like that. You know, they've got to get the priority on those first. But here's kind of the situation, Buffner, with these Lightspeed tokens. I like this question because it's a good point. I don't think it matters about Cantina or not. I personally would tell you. So first they said like smugglers and separatists. So let's start with the smugglers. My prioritization here would be characters like Skiffguard Lando, Zori, Sana, Dash, Hondo, not because they're necessarily Cantina one way or the other, but because they have a lot of Kyrotech. You think those Lightspeed tokens don't discriminate. They don't care whether you're a heavy Kyrotech character or not. They simply care that they're going to take you to whatever relic level you desire. So I think how I would be prioritizing them as a player is what GL Rex do I need, what key characters do I need, and do they have Kyrotech? Because somebody like Enfys Nest, for as good as Nest can be, it's 100 Kyrotech to get her to gear 13. It's not that hard to get Nest to relic levels, comparative to what you'd spend to get Hondo or Sana, Dash. You know, those characters take a lot more resources. So I think when I look at them, I kind of think about these tokens as, you know, how would I phrase this? Like, I think for these Lightspeed tokens, I'd try to prioritize your Galactic Legend requirements first. Like for a lot of players, I go to your Separatists, and you think Magna Guard would be a great example. That's one who could be a really good pick. Obviously, you know, any of your characters you would need one way or the other. Can't use them on the GOAT Admiral Trench, which is a huge shame. That's just it's so ridiculous that you can't use it on Trench. But like for myself, when I look at my Separatists, the Stap comes to mind. B2 Battle Droid would probably be my first, if I'm honest. Stap would be very close behind that. But I'm even looking at, like, for Geonosians, for me, Sunfok, Spy, Soldier, they're all good choices because they're all pilots. So I wouldn't necessarily think Cantina only. I think with the Separatists and Smugglers, it's a little bit easier to get away with that, but I think I'd prioritize your high Kyrotech characters first, particularly if it's the one that's going to get you to gear 12 or relic levels where you're spending the vast majority of your Kyrotech. The first one, like the gear 10, it's going to depend on if the Kyrotech is front loaded or not. So that's just something I was thinking about that a lot with those Lightspeed tokens. Like that's kind of how I would try to prioritize them, if I'm honest. Sorry guys, I was just looking at something in there. Yeah, so I don't think I would be, you know, does that make sense? Not kind of prioritizing them via Camo with the ammo. What's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, Buff Nerd. Yeah, I think Kyrotech are going to be a problem for a lot of players. So I think like that's where, you know, I have some thoughts on what to do with that. But I think the way I would use tokens is, you know, prioritizing the ones who need the Kyrotech, especially if it's a problem for you. For somebody like myself, or you know, I'd use them. I'm going to use it on B2 Battle Droid, who I could use with Dr. Aphra. You know, kind of look at it that way. Anybody else? I would love to just sit here and answer questions on this, guys. This is what we're here for. You know, I mean, I think you guys might have been here for GAC, but you know, hey, you know, to each their own. Or I can just sit here and probably keep refreshing my mod store till I get something half decent. I mean, you know, sky's the limit. What are you allowed to trade them in for? Good question. So you can trade them in for a few things here. They have their thing. So let's move this over here. Should I use Bane versus... Oh, hold on. One sec. Hold on. Great one. Should I use Bane versus Galactic Legend Ahsoka and Leia versus Lord Vader? Oh, man. I feel like Sith Eternal and Bane have a better chance against Galactic Legend Ahsoka, but it's still very dicey. It's still very dicey to do that. So, yeah, it's still very dicey. Camo just now following. There you go, man. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you for the follow. So let me move my let me move this up here. Let me go here because somebody asked, is it worth trade? What do you get for trading these in? So here's what you get. So at the tier 1, you're going to get 10. At tier 2, you get 20. So the thing is, I don't think these tiers translate. Like, I don't think you're going from 10 and then going to get the 20 on top. Like, I think this is just 20. Tier 3 is Carbonite Circuit Boards, so I don't think you're going to get the tier 1 and tier 2 rewards. I think you're just getting, the way this is framed, I only think you're going to be getting these rewards. I only think you're getting whatever is listed right here in tier 5. I don't think it's including the stuff before it, which is still a solid enough upgrade. So you know, I'm okay with that, right? Like I think that's solid enough in my opinion. So this is what you would get for trading them in. Again, nothing super groundbreaking, but it is nice for the players who would have everything that you're going to get something extra out of it anyways. So I was kind of okay with that. Oh, great one. Yeah, it depends on the lineup. With the full lineup that I've faced before, it can be a problem at times. So Smooth Butter, despite all the strategies to not waste mod resources, isn't getting a lot of speed, still luck based. Yeah. I mean, modding is kind of this classic, you know it's skill when luck becomes a habit. You know, the way there is strategy, I would argue the strategy with speed mods, and I'll show an example. I'm going to click on Lord Vader just now, but we're going to go with speed, and we'll click on secondary speed. So the argument you would make is, if I go up to some of these mods here, it's more so knowing which mods to upgrade. Like some of these 28 speed, okay. Like you just get lucky on them, right? So there is an aspect of luck, but at times it is knowing which mod is going to give you the best chance to get more speed and get a lot of speed. So an example would be, say, like Omega here. Here's a great example. Omega's cross is 17 speed, right, with 4 rolls. And if I go to, say, So Death Trooper Peridia here. So when I look at these two mods, I can get one more roll on this, get a little bit more speed. This mod here, I still have speed rolls available, right? I can still get more speed rolls on this specific mod. So even though they're both 17 speed, the one has 2 more rolls. So there's an aspect here of understanding which mods have the best chance to get more speed. And then a lot of it is also just luck, right? It's a lot of luck. I will tell you, for every mod that I send in chat of, hey guys, I got a really good mod today, I probably got 5 or 6 that I sold or didn't show you because they're terrible. Got a question from the Buff Nerd. Do you think it's still worth buying the episode pass this late in the month, not getting any of the extra shards? I mean, there's a lot of extra gear in there as well. I would tell you, if I wasn't getting the character shards or the value from them, I personally wouldn't be buying the episode pass. But I buy it at the beginning of every month, get all the extra character shards, get all the extra gear pieces. I mean, there's a lot of gear in that episode pass. Don't let that fool you. There's a lot of extra gear there. I just prioritize it because it does have those character shards that are saving my bonus crystals for other purposes. If that makes sense. You know, that like it depends on how bad your bottlenecks are if you think it could be worth it or not. You got your Pieta 313 speed camo. Nice. I remember when getting over 300 speed was, that was my priority for a long time. Just get them over 300 speed. Obviously, things have changed a little bit, but, that's a little bit, that's a different situation entirely. What else you guys got? What other questions? What other questions we thinking of? I'm curious, guys. I want to hear it. Pineapple on pizza. Whew. You know what's funny? Okay, this is so bad, but so true. Pineapple on pizza. The last time I remember enjoying pineapple on pizza, I was in, humble brag, I was in Hawaii. In college, my team took a trip down to Hawaii, and we were at the Dole Plantation. Everywhere we went had fresh pineapple, and ever since that trip, pineapple, which was one of my favorite fruits, has just lost all of its taste, because I can't tell you if it was just oh, you're at the Dole Plantation so you think it tastes better. If it was what do they call those? Oh man, I can't even think of the wording I want to use here. Whether it was just oh, you think it tastes better because you're here, or whether it was legitimately better because it was so fresh and it was right there. Ever since then though, I can't do pineapple, and I prefer not to have pineapple on pizza. But, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it's, completely invalid. I can understand it. Yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments about, speed and other things. What I would tell you guys was speed. As important as speed can be, hey, buddy, if you focus on just getting like the right mods with the right secondaries, that will normally be better than speed. Not that speed isn't an important stat, do not get me wrong. But there are a lot of characters where, you know, I'm going to like humble brag on my Kylo. I show this guy's mods a lot. But this mod here has 17% offense, or 7% offense, 17 speed. Like, this is a great example of a mod where I don't need Kylo faster than 573 speed. So the extra offense on this is huge. You know, you go down here, and again, you know, his mods are a little bit ridiculous, but I've prioritized getting as much offense on them as possible. Maybe Kylo's not the best example, but, you know, you can understand that some mods, you don't need every ounce of speed if it's going to go to other stats. Like, I rolled this one on Smee. It's got almost 7% offense, only 9 speed, but it's still a very valuable mod to me. That's still one that I will be using for a long time. So sometimes I don't like when players get all caught up on speed because I think they get blinded and they don't pay attention to the stats that matter. Yeah, Coder Paul, it's Hawaiian out here. I just, you know, I know some people may or may not know, but yeah. If you order Hawaiian pizza out near me, you're going to get pineapple and ham. Where I was in Hawaii, it was like smoked fresh pig. Like, it wasn't ham. It wasn't like, you know, it was like fresh friggin' pig, fresh pineapple, red onion with like a barbecue sauce, and oh man, it was so damn good. That place is amazing. Yeah, I'm on the fence because I will respect anybody's, like, pizza is, you know, pizza's good. You know, pizza is pizza at the end of the day. What else you guys got? Jalapenos, man, dude. Okay, I literally was eating a fresh jalapeno today. I grilled up a jalapeno last night for our, my wife and I made tacos, and I had an extra jalapeno, so I ate that with my lunch today. It was so good. I love some jalapenos. What else, guys? Bring the heat, literally and figuratively. What do you want to hear from Fat Phil? You know, I've got some. I'm still kind of wide awake. Hell, I'll do my GAC fleets if you guys really wanted to. I don't really want to. I wish my stores had better shit in them. Pisses me off. This is atrocious. There's just nothing. I mean, this actually isn't awful. Maybe we'll buy this. This actually isn't terrible. It doesn't have speed on it, but like at my place, it's like if that rolls speed, I have a legitimate chance at getting a really good mod. Yeah, I made jalapeno, serrano, peach, watermelon drinks tonight. That's legit. That sounds banging, dude. That sounds banging. Yeah, we can open it up. We can open it up to roster reviews. That's what we'll do. We'll open it up to roster reviews. Let me send kind of the Oh, Tailspin, hold on. That's a great question. Is there a large difference between offense and critical damage? Here's what I will say. What tanked? Great one. I use 5s. Slicker is hard-coded to target 5s, so he will always stun 5s, and that leaves everybody else in your team open for other stuff. But Tailspin, yes, there is a difference between offense and critical damage. The biggest thing I would say is with relic levels, offense gets better. The stat of offense is better because of relic levels. The other thing I say about critical damage, it's a situational stat. Right? If you don't critically hit me, all of your critical damage is worthless. Every single ounce of critical damage is worthless when what's the wording here? Every ounce of critical damage is worthless if you can't critically hit. It literally does nothing. So if I went to where's my Han Solo at? 'Cause I know I have a crit damage set on him. Where's he at? Come on, Han Solo. Let's just go down here. So here, I've got, 240% critical damage on my Han Solo. He's got the set, all this stuff. If he doesn't critically hit, I'm just purely relying on his physical offense, which, I mean, I have a lot of extra physical offense on my Han Solo. But let's just pretend I put Star Killer set on him for the sake of argument. Now I'm up to over 11,000, right? So, again, I've got, it's a lot. But here's the argument I make. On a character where they're going to always critically hit, I can understand running critical damage sets. But there's a lot of teams now that you can't critically hit. Think about Jedi Master Kenobi. If that team has protection up, right? If they have protection up, they can't be critically hit. I forget where that is, if that's in his leadership. Yeah. Well, if all allies are light side, Galactic Republic allies can't be critically hit while they have protection up. So all that critical damage does nothing while Kenobi has that. Think about Lord Vader. Lord Vader's leadership, you can't critically hit a Empire character or Dark Side Online Force user while they're below 80% health. So any critical damage you have in that situation is pointless. And that's why I like offenses, because regardless of if you have it can't be critically hit or not, offense still will deal more damage. I know that was a long way to answer that, but I would say, and the other way to phrase that too, every character who benefits from critical damage will also benefit from offense. Characters who benefit from offense will not all benefit from critical damage. That's another way to phrase it as well. But I would say offense is king right now. So, with that, I'll open up the floor to roster reviews. So, roster reviews will start now. The priority goes to channel members and super chat. So if you guys are, watching there, that's kind of the situation. We will be happy to do roster reviews, but again, if you're a channel member or, super chat, whatever, that takes priority over any kind of free review that we do. So I'll give everybody kind of some time to get that situated, and then we'll get some roster reviews here. May need to put the glasses on for this. We'll see how we're feeling here. So go ahead, just drop your ally code, drop kind of what you're thinking, what you're farming, kind of stuff like that. Yeah, great one. 100%. Offense reigns supreme in the end game. It's not even close either. I can't remember the last time I legitimately was building a critical damage set. I don't even buy critical damage mods in the store anymore. I just can't do it. So, yeah. You guys let me know. No roster reviews yet. Normally it's flooded. Everybody gets scared. Oh. Or also open it up to roster roast. If you want me to roast your roster. Also okay with that. You guys just let me know. Again, that's just priority. Is this your skate? Yes, I do, Rose. Great one. You think General Skywalker will work against a C-Rex instead of 5s with a 175% defense, 47% protection? Oh, man, that's a good question. What's the Quadme Datacron? Depends what the Quadme Datacron is. Great one. Greg, thank you for the follow. Bowdy, thank you for the follow, my friends. I'm glad I got these little, I've upped my game here, guys. We got some little animations going on. Yeah, there we go. We got some bunch of new followers. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. We're gonna grow this little Twitch channel here. We're gonna see how this pans out. All right. What's up, guys? Thank you. Thank you. All right, Camo. I finished my executor farming. I'm about to do 2 to 3 months of roster reconstruction, remodding, upgrading characters, and then I was thinking Sith Eternal or Jabba. Jabba. Easy answer. Jabba. Sith Eternal, for your roster Camo, Sith Eternal just doesn't do enough. You're not going to get enough benefit. Jabba gives you Smuggler's Run 2, Territory Battle Help, Jedi Knight Luke is brilliant. There's way too much benefit to getting Jabba. Jabba is like this massive stepping stone type character. I struggle at times because I cannot describe how important that is, right? I cannot describe how important that can be. So yeah, I would 100% get, your, I would 100% get, Jabba first. 6 a.m. Hey, you gotta be in Europe, my friend. You're definitely in Europe. Come on, it's midnight here. Gotta be in Europe somewhere. Jay, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Get a few people on here, keeping this thing going. So yeah, I would get Camo. I would get Jabba first. I know it's C-3PO. I know you got to get the Ewoks and stuff, but trust me, it'll all be worth it. I think you will do a lot better in the game with that. So I would argue even after Jabba, I would either focus Leia or Jedi Master Luke. You'll be set up nicely for those two immediately following a Jabba. Yes, Steve-O is spot on with that. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Jay, appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. All right, we got the Great One. Great One is asking for roster review / roast. Let's see what we're working with here. Mighty Chlorians. Avant Doc's fourth scoundrel. My man, Avant. That's for you. Okay, Avant. You know what? You're going to get kicked out, Avant. You're going to get kicked out talking like that. That is the 2024 Super Bowl champions. It's what it says up here. I don't know if you can read that. I know it's been a long time. Got to watch your Giants win theirs on VHS. All right, Great One. So you're just missing Ahsoka, which is not the worst thing in the world to be missing. You're just missing Ahsoka. No, Avant, you guys are the best. You know what? If you guys are gonna talk shit on the birds, I'm gonna bring out the Birds bourbon bottle here, Bird Gang bourbon bottle, or I even got the Kelly Green bottle here too. I can't wait for football season, man. It's gonna be so much fun. Alright, so you're a long way off from Ahsoka. Not the end of the world. Great one. Not the end of the world there. Nah, this is a good review. This is a good review because he's so great one. What I would probably do, I would get your Jocasta up and running. Yeah, it's literally what we do best, Avant. We cuss people out and scream at everyone. So great one. If I was you, I would get Jocasta up to relic levels. I feel like that's a big thing. I'd even argue for your guild, you probably want to get the new Bad Batch too. So I would get the new Bad Batch as well. I feel like you want to get your Order 66 raid kind of in a really good spot. Are you thinking of going for Hondo just because you've got the Relic 9 on GL Hondo already? You know, I'd be kind of considering that. It looks like that would be the case because there's no reason to Relic 9 him anyways. Kabuto Khan, man, yeah. Glad you caught me alive too. Karn, you know, the Friday/Saturday is good. You know, can't complain. Got my ass kicked in GAC, but hey, you can't win them all. We cannot win them all. So great one. Let's check a few of these characters' mods out here. Let's go to JML. All right, you're going for Hondo. So, the queue for reviews, whatever, you know, it's, first come, first serve for free reviews, channel memberships, super chat, you know, situations like that. That's when we, can jump the line. Okay, you got protection on him at Relic 7. That's good. 100k protection. Solid enough. Got health on her. Good. Okay, a lot of health on Rey. Not as much physical offense as I'd like to see. But I would like to see more physical offense. Steve-O, yeah, you Relic 9 Hondo and now, yeah, seriously, it works out, right? It all comes back in the end. Okay. So great one. I will say to you one thing I'd like you to do. Avant, thank you for the follow on Twitch, my friend. One thing I would recommend is you've definitely got to be, I would be increasing your speed on some of these characters. And I would start slicing some of the mods as well. You've got a lot of, like, you probably have a lot of mods that you just need to get slicing materials for. And you probably have better mods than you think. Like, you probably have some mods that have really good bones that you just need to spend your time investing in. And there's other ones where I would probably just get rid of them. No, Avant, it's just on, I just started, this is my first ever Twitch stream, so I've never streamed on Twitch. So there's no, I'm not surprised people weren't following me on Twitch. I'd never done a Twitch stream before, so, you know, we're breaking down some barriers tonight. Yeah, no, that's good. That's what you want to be doing. So, like, just for example, great one. Like, this mod right here. It's got really good speed. But you don't have any offense percent. So, you need to make sure you're following, and again, I'm going to use the phrase here, the matching principle. You need to match either the primary of the mod, you need to match the set to the primary or to the secondary. So the way to think about that is, oh, I got this, Avant. I'll make sure to follow you back. So like here is a great example, right? You got an offense primary on an offense set, perfect. You know, down here, critical damage, on a crit chance set with offense percent, you know, good, right? That's a good mod right there. This speed mod here on an offense set, I'm going to kind of downvote because it does not have a offense secondary. So what you want to do with your mods is, again, match the sets to the primary, to the secondary, and then to the character. Like this one for Kylo, you've at least got offense percent. It's doing the right thing. You know, over here, this is perfect. This is a great mod. This is a great mod. Critical damage, offense percent, speed. Love it. So, you know, again, offense percent, good. Follow that process through with your characters, where if they're going to have offense percent, make sure you've got the offense stats to back it up. Simplistic, it was bad. We got destroyed. Unfortunately, we got destroyed. But, you know, wasn't expecting a whole lot. So, like, what I'm saying here with Great One is, you've got a lot of really good mods. You've got, like, the basis for some good sets. We've just got to keep moving through that in the right way. So I'd make sure we're kind of progressing through that in the right way with your mods. And if you're following that thought process, I think you'll be in good shape. Just follow that matching principle. If the mod sets, and again, I've got a lot of content around that of what the matching principle is and how to know. But the general idea is, if you have a character that's an attacker, they want offense. If they have this, they want this. So that's kind of what I would do. Do I look like I have a sunburn, Avant? I definitely have not been. Definitely not been there yet. But we're gonna move to Wyatt Tincture. Wyatt's a channel member. Wyatt, what are we looking at tonight, my friend? What do we got going on? What do we got, Wyatt? Great One. Make sure if you're in the Discord, send me a message. We can kind of work through some of that. You know, as a channel member, man, we'll kind of work through some of that modding stuff and everything. I'm more than happy to help with that. Ah, darn it, Great One. Yeah, Great One. Do me a favor. Send me a picture of your, through like the Discord, through direct DM. I don't care. You're a channel member. You get that access. Send me a picture of your Datacrons, your ally code. We can kind of talk through that stuff and figure out where you're at. I wouldn't want you going too crazy on Datacrons quite yet. All right, Wyatt, what do you got, my friend? Recently unlocked Lord Vader 230 out of 330 for GL Ray. Holy crap. All right, man. So we just got Lord Vader, and he's not yet fully Zetaed, is he? Oof. Okay. 2 Zetas, not yet at gear. Found a deeper, darker spot. Yeah, Avant Monday. By the way, guys, Monday night, I will be streaming again with Old Man Logan, and I would invest in Ray. So once you get Ray, I would throw the Zetas on Ray, and then I would get the unique Zeta for Commander Tano. Here's why I say that. You don't have the units inside of the Empire to take full advantage of Lord Vader. You don't have the dark side clones ready yet. You still need their Zetas, you still need their gear, and you need all of his Zetas. You don't have Royal Guard yet, and inside of your unaligned Force users, you don't yet have Maul. So, or you do have Maul, but you don't have any of his Zetas, which you need those Zetas to really get him up and running. Am I lagging? Let's see here. I don't, you guys got to, yeah, am I lagging? Whoa. Let me see something here, guys. Okay. All right, any better now? Yeah, it is. I did do the dual stream, so I will say that. No lag on Twitch. Interesting. How is YouTube? Is it better now? Did YouTube kind of get better now? No, no worries, Wyatt. No worries. We'll make sure we get this figured out. So here's what I think. What I'm thinking, Wyatt. I said what I was trying to say is, I would ignore Lord Vader. I don't think you don't have the resources to accommodate Lord Vader. You don't have the Zetas. You don't have the relics to accommodate Lord Vader yet. You still need the clones or your Royal Guard. Like, you need a lot of stuff for Lord Vader. You have Commander Tano. But you have Commander Tano Relic 5. If you put a single Zeta on her, throw her with Rey, that can hold you over for a while. Because that team, Commander Tano with Rey, will be significantly better than, like, what you'd be able to do with Lord Vader with just, like, the clones without anything else. So I think that's where I would prioritize. I think you'll get a faster bang for your buck with Rey and Cat and work on your Lord Vader clones. That's what I would do. Simply because you kind of, like, to really take advantage of them in the raid, you need all their Zetas. You know, it's not an easy process. Similar situation with, like, Grand Moff Tarkin. You're going to need the Zetas on Tarkin if you want to do well in the raid. So you have a lot of ways to go before it makes sense to just go crazy, you know, into those kind of, like, resources. Where 7 Zetas for Rey and Commander Tano get you a really good team. 7 Zetas get you Lord Vader and both of Tarkin's leadership. Also, yes, Foles can spin it. Foles spun it all over the Patriots in Super Bowl 52, so I don't want to hear it, folks. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. So then Wyatt, I just want to check. So you have Executor, you just don't have any of the other. So I would like you to get some of your ships up. I would like you to try to get Executor, Leviathan. That would be a big one. Yeah, but I feel like from some of the conversations we've had, I feel like you have said that, you know, the Kyrotech are a problem. But I think I'd go Rey and then Lord Vader, and I think you'll be really, really good. Skate unfollow. Eli spun it over the Patriots twice. Avant, Eli is literally the luckiest quarterback of all time. You have the helmet catch, and, like, I mean, the luckiest quarterback of all time, and it's kind of the funniest thing ever. I mean, I don't, you know. Like, those are the only times that Eli won playoff games in his career was, like, on those Super Bowl runs. So, White, you got any other questions? Or we good here? I think we gave you the right. Yeah, I the only thing with Hondo The only thing with Hondo that makes me nervous is the amount of resources it will take, but I understand a lot of players wanted to go for him. I would wait making any crazy investments in Hondo until we know what Smuggler's Run 3 is. Smuggler's Run 3 is going to be a big deal. And I'm liking the Afromods. That's a lot of potency. Holy crap. I like those. I like that a lot. Good speed on her. A lot of potency. That's really solid. Great one moved over to Twitch. You moved over to Twitch. That's really fun. Yeah, I don't understand the lag. I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to figure out what the I'll have to figure out what's going on. I'll need to understand that. Better than vomiting Donovan McNabb. God, Donovan McNabb. Don't get me started. That was such a disappointment. That was such a disappointment. Or Jordan Richardson taking himself out. Yeah. No reason to relic Hondo yet. You can get him until you 7-star. Well, no. So that's the thing. So Skate or so Rokarin. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I apologize that the stream is lagging. I was hoping it would be better. So no, that's on me. But so Rokarin, like, this is something that, you know, we found. I know Egnard showed this. I don't really mind showing it this time because I can do it. So, Rokarin, did I get that right? I don't know. So, you don't need to 7-star the Marquise. So, I can't believe I'm going to do this. But I'm going to prove a point. Look at that. 1 wreck for Hondo done. Atano's done. I understand that you'll need to do that for kicks. I understand you'll need to get there for Quiggled. I get it. But it is, you know, Atano we don't need to go hard for. I get it. Now do the rest of them. Yeah. I guess I have to do Zetas now too, right? Ugh. God. This is so bad. I can't believe I did this. This is such a terrible decision. I literally just wrapped up our raid today. Right, no, so I completely agree, Rokarin. I completely agree that, yes, he's the first one. However, the argument being, if you're in a bind, if you were in so much of a bind, if you're in so much of a bind for resources, why the hell are you going for Hondo? But I understand the idea here that if you're in so much of a bind for resources, it makes a lot more sense to, you know, makes a lot more sense to just leave him go then, right? If you really have that many problems with hard nodes, then just, you know, leave him go. And maybe he goes to Cantina and it's even more of an issue. You got, no, wailing on kicks is not up for discussion. That is literally not up for discussion. There's a reason I don't stream those nights is because my wife will divorce me if she saw the credit card bill for me getting a friggin' Focus Datacron. That would be a problem. What rank should the newest galactic what rank should be the newest galactic legend, number 1 or number 2? Are you referring to Hondo or are you referring to Ahsoka? What do you mean by that, Jay? But honey, it's an investment. I mean, I use that enough with me. Does Kicks look like Gar on droids? Ahsoka is a good GL. I will be very curious to see how Ahsoka performs without the 15 and 15 Datacrons. Ever since she has been a thing, the level 3 15 health and protection for light side has been a part of the game. So I have a problem with that, right? We have an issue there. What if she sees a credit card purchase at Walmart where you get a gift card? Ugh, yeah. Because she'll believe that. I'm not saying Ahsoka doesn't get beat by stuff. I want to be very clear. I'm not saying she doesn't get beat by stuff. What I am saying is that realistically, Ahsoka is a solid enough galactic legend. And I have a feeling that once the 15 and 15 goes away, there will be some more counters that come in that people won't like. I think they tied too much of her kit into Ezra, and that just... without him, she loses so much value. Yeah, I'm not planning to wail. I've never wailed on a marquee character. I would have to get extremely cyberbullied to wail on a character. Galactic Legend Ahsoka is not top 3. Ezra with Rey is bad at the moment. That's a rough take. I don't know that I buy that. Ezra with Rey is really good. You know, if you're spending Leia to get through that team, then that's a different situation. Why Lord Vader would be Art Relic 7 if I spent 300 Kairos on a air battle that didn't exist. It's funny to me that they came up with a team that gets to ignore all the defensive stats. That team is going to be so problematic down the line, yeah. Queen Amidala just kills Rey Ezra. Alright, well, Queen Amidala with the support focus Datacron kills Rey Ezra. That team, for me, has also been holding against Bane. So, I don't like that argument. Ezra could have used a bit of the GMM proprietary treatment. Yeah, Ezra's a little bit too good. You know, he's just a little bit too good. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, he's a little bit too good. But where I think Hondo, I realistically think Hondo is... I struggle to see how a character could be better than Leia right now, but I would think he'll at least be better than Ahsoka. Bane with Malak is used for Slicker. I mean, but that's where I use JMK, right? You know, to each their own. It's just the way, you know, it just depends on what you're going up against. Yeah, Rokaren, that's exactly right. If you set Galactic Legend with Ezra, you set a good Rey team, Slicker, Lord Vader. There's, yeah, with clones, there's not a lot of clean counters. That's exactly what all of my opponents do. Literally what every single one of my opponents do. Knowing that I don't have the Datacrons, and knowing that I need to bring more on offense, and then they get to full clear. It literally is like every match I go up against somebody that way. What do you think we should play Ezra? Best squad on defense for GAC? I think the thing I'm going to be curious with both Ezra and even with Galactic Legend Ahsoka, once all the 15 and 15 level 3 for light side are away, once the defense and the health and protection bullshit is gone, I very much think that I very much believe that Ahsoka and Ezra will lose some of their viability. Because if you're able to nuke out one of those characters early, or if you're able to get them into their problem areas, it's a problem. Oh, Avant, man. Good night, my friend. Take care, buddy. We will chat soon, I'm sure. I'll shoot a message tomorrow. Make sure I follow you guys. We need the ability to farm an extra Ezra, so we have one for Rey and one for one for Galactic Legend Ahsoka. That would be really funny. Could you imagine you get one character that you get to put in 2 teams, and everyone just fucking chooses Ezra? That would be so bad. That'd be. I mean, it's really funny. That's such a great point. But I think I saw someone ask, is Ezra usable without all of his Zetas? Yes. Definitely without all the Omicrons. I'm not sure without all of the Zetas. Zetas are a different situation. I know without all the Omicrons, he's still very good. Alright, give me one sec, guys. I gotta go piss in my bushes again. You know, listen, we're here to, you know, have fun, but we also gotta take care of some business. Yeah, so hold on. I'm trying to catch up. This is all only with current dark side clones. Yeah, I mean, I hear ya. Is YouTube better now? I'm not sure. Love the new series. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube stream. I'll have to figure that out if I need to like change some settings in excuse me, Streamlabs or not. Why is there so much? Focusing on Raid and Poncho Bros for the Assault Battle, then Profundity. Bought like 80% of the light speed bundles. Started back in November of last year. Alright, so you still have a long way to go on your raid. You still have a long way to go on your raid, man. I mean, if I'm looking at this. What are you trying to do for the raid? Because you still have a lot of stuff to gear here. Like, are you going to start taking advantage of the characters that you can get to Relic 3 without taking all the way to 7-star? Is that kind of the plan? You know, that could be a situation there. He said Poncho Bros. Just trying to get to 3 million. Okay, yeah, so you don't need a lot more investment. Yeah, so your Poncho Bros, what I will tell you is only keep them at Relic 7. I would not take them to Relic 9. I don't think your account's ready for the Relic 9 there. I would just take them to Relic 7. You'll get plenty of rewards along that way, and those Relic 9 materials can wait a little bit. That's just what I've recommended for a lot of players to do. I understand for some people, they just sit there and they say, you've got a Relic 9. But I think if Relic 9 or if Relic 8 is a big problem for you, the return on the Relic 8 is 4 years comparative to like a year and a half on the Relic 9. So it's just astronomically harder to recommend taking Poncho Bros to Relic 9 when the Relic 8 expenditure is so crazy. And then you said Profundity. Okay. So you still have a while to go on Profundity then. You still have all the relic levels to do. Yeah. I don't hate going for Profundity, though. When you have the resources to do it, when you've spent this, I think that's what I would... I don't hate that at all. For the raid, though, I would recommend that you pick some teams here. Way, Zeta, and Omega Port. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you buy these light speed bundles. They purposefully... Excuse me, folks. Sorry. It's getting to be that time of night. They purposefully are shorting you on them, right? They want you to buy them. I was thinking of taking my clones to Relic 3, but I need 600 more of each Kyber tech. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, right? Getting to that level is crazy. Now, Peridia, Steve-O, it is every month. It's every month. It's not every 2 months. It's definitely every month. Oh, you just need a 7. You just need a 7-star. Did I just not clock? Oh, I see. I just didn't clock that. Yeah, it's not bad. It won't take you long to get there. But Buff Nerd, I would say that I would maybe try to get some focus in on the raid. Like Ayla Sakura is a good character to invest in. Same with Barris. They're both Galactic Legend requirements. Obviously, I'm always going to recommend Dark Side clones because they're just Dark Side clones. But you also have the Pirates to consider as well because of, Galactic Legends, Hondo. It just kind of depends where you want to go from here. But I would kind of use that Order 66 raid as your stepping stone. Yeah, Tarkin. So I was able to do Tarkin and Scorch at Relic 3. Excuse me, at that Relic 3 tier, but I did have Relic 9s and everything else. So it wasn't easy. But I think if you invest a little bit more, getting to your required score is not going to be a problem. You know, just a lot of work to do all at once. Oh. But, yeah, I don't hate what you're going for, Buffner, because I think it makes sense. Right? I think it makes sense. But, alright, folks, unless I have another channel member with a question, concern, or roster review, I think I'm going to call it a night here. It is 1 a.m., and my wife has to be up early tomorrow morning, which means I have to be up early. So, appreciate everybody hopping on. Sorry we did not get a win in Grand Arena, but I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. You know, really appreciate all you guys. This channel and content is not possible without all of you, so I really appreciate everybody. You know, you guys mean the world to me. So, appreciate it all. Thank you guys again. Like, subscribe. You know, if you're watching on Twitch, thank you for joining this was the first ever Twitch stream. So, you know, I feels pretty good to get a Twitch stream under our belt. We'll try to toy around with the settings to make sure that YouTube isn't lagging quite as much as you guys said. But planning to do some more streaming. Definitely Monday night. Keep your eyes peeled for the Datacron stream. And, you know, make sure you join the Discord and to get notified of when I am live. Otherwise, turn on that notifications. So, thank you guys.